Hello, this is Todd Luck, and Masters of the Universe Origins Rokkon is going up for pre-order on February 16th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. On my coast, East Coast, it's going to be 12 noon, but you're going to be able to pre-order him only on Mattel Creations website. For those who came in late, Masters of the Universe Origins is a line that is releasing new figures of all of the classic characters from the vintage toy line, and they've gone through most of the characters from the original line at this point, and so the remaining ones are going to be available only through Mattel Creations, and they're going to be figures you have to pre-order. They're the same size as the original figures, but they have updated sculpts and more modern articulation, and they've even added in characters who weren't released in the original line and new characters as well. So Rokkon was a character from later in the line. He is one of the Rock People, or the Comet People, or the Comet Warriors. They had a lot of different names. But his people can transform themselves into meteorites and hurl themselves through space. And he also has this little radar gun that he can either attach to his chest or hold as a weapon. And the new figure is going to have all of that. He's going to be able to turn into a meteorite, but he's also going to have modern articulation, which is awesome. Now, he is one of two of the Rock People who were released in the original line. The other is Stondar, who is the heroic leader of the Comet Warriors, or the Rock People. And he is the Rock Warrior that you saw appear in animation recently. And I'm sure we'll be getting a figure of him at some point as well. Here's Rokkon's original card art. He's kind of a younger, more brash Comet Warrior or Rock person. And he is essentially kind of Robin to Stondar's Batman. Both figures in the vintage line came with the mini comic Rock People to the Rescue, and it is awesome. It has artwork by Larry Houston, who would go on to do the X-Men cartoon. It has inks by Bruce Timm, who did Batman the Animated Series, and lettering by Stan Sakai, who created Usagi Yojimbo. There was just so much talent on those mini comics back then. It's not too hard to find the old mini comics if you want to purchase them, or there's a collection of all of them that you can get that was published by Dark Horse Comics. And here's a painting from the Masters of the Universe magazine back in the 1980s by Earl Norham, who did artwork for that magazine as well as Savage Sword of Conan. But I always loved how these guys could just travel through space and just go to different planets as meteors. I just thought that was so cool and so epic. Stondar and Rokkon also appeared in the She-Ra episode from the 1980s called The Rock People, and different portrayals of them have different takes on how peaceful they are, and this one definitely leaned more into the pacifism. They also appeared in issue 2 of the 1980s Star Comics Masters in the Universe series, along with the Meteors, who are very similar to the Comet Warriors, except they're animals who turn into meteors. And they even appeared in the 1980s Masters of the Universe newspaper comic strips, which have also been reprinted by Dark Horse Comics as well. I had Stondar as a kid, but I lost him, and I never had Rokkon, so definitely looking forward to adding this guy to my toy collection. Lots of great history there. And he's the first of 4 toys that have been announced for Masters Universe Origins that we'll be getting from Mattel Creations this year. The other 3 are Night Stalker, Extendar, who I am super psyched for, and my favorite figure in the entire line, Cyclone, who I'm super looking forward to. As far as what you're going to see in stores or at online retailers like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth is the Filmation-inspired cartoon line. That's what Origins is going to become, and they're going to have the same articulation, same size, just be based on that old Filmation cartoon. And along with the cartoon figures, they're also going to be including re-releases of figures that have sold out in the past, like for instance, She-Ra here is something you can order right now from your online retailers. And the 6-inch scale Masterverse figures will continue to be available at retail. And on top of all that, there are 5.5-inch scale figures that cross over Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Masters Universe called Turtles of Grayskull, and they look pretty awesome, And they do come with mini comics like the other Origins figures, but I keep wondering if there might be a comic book or animation of this crossover since they seem to have so much story stuff going on. And I was wondering which version of He-Man might appear if that happened. And I noticed that symbol on his harness. That stylized H is not normally what's on that harness. If you look at the vintage figure, it's usually the Iron Cross. Where you see the stylized H on a harness like that would be in Masters of the Universe Revelation. And I'm not saying that's necessarily going to happen, that we're going to have some kind of animation or comic with that version in it crossing over with the Turtles, but it would be really neat. But one comic we do know is coming is a 4-issue prequel to Masters of the Universe Revolution that will be coming from Dark Horse Comics in May, and I do plan to do a review of that. So yeah, lots to look forward to. And if you're looking to rock on with Rokkon, I definitely suggest trying to get in on the first hour that it goes up for pre-order. There have been definitely some instances where they've sold out quick, and that's usually within the first 2 hours. So if you can get in there in that first hour, you should be able to get it. And once you've pre-ordered it, you're good. But I do hope it is the type of pre-order that doesn't sell out quick and is up for a while and gives everyone an opportunity to get these figures, because obviously we really, really love guys like Rokkon and Cyclone, and we want everybody who wants one to get one. All right, that's it. Like and subscribe for more videos. And until next time, good journey.